I think we're live. It says we're live. Yes, we're live. All right. So we're now live. Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm hopping on live for a short video today that really, on a topic that, it's actually applicable to many, many areas of your life. And it comes up a lot in what I do with clients. All right, so the topic is, and I've got some notes here that I took because I was really inspired about this over the weekend. So I really, really, really want to share this with you guys. All right, so the topic is what makes people not do what they say they're going to do. All right, so somebody says, this is the year I'm going to get fit. This is the year I'm going to get healthy. This is the year I'm going to repair my relationship with food. This is the year I'm going to be the most energized, right? The most fueled, the most phenomenal, the most fit in my life. And then what if at the end of the year they haven't achieved that? So what causes someone to not do what they say they're going to do? All right, what is it? All right. I thought about this and I took some notes down. All right, so the first thing causes people not to do what they say they're going to do is they don't have clear enough of a target. Okay, do you know the result you want? Is it clear? Do you know exactly the result that you want? And you can even with sleep, you can create a quantifiable result. Even with sleep, you see, once you know your result, you have a North Star. You have something that can guide your actions and make sure that your actions throughout the year or whatever time frame, it's another part of your target is a time frame, right? So you have a time frame and a target, and that target allows you to get your actions throughout that time frame in line with your goal. All right, so it acts as your North Star. What is your target? What is your target? Do you not have clear enough of a target? A lot of people that I work with don't actually have a clear enough of a target, and I understand that. Sometimes it takes a month to develop a clear target, but this really will separate the people who are going to do what they say they're going to do and the people who aren't. Because talk is cheap, right? Talk is cheap. What really matters is action. So another thing with that target, sort of still in the same category here, is that you reinforce your targets, all right? So that you have targets and you reinforce your targets daily, right? So you have results and then you have actions that daily lead you to that result, okay? Fantastic. All right, so that's about targets. Not clear enough of a target, not reinforcing targets. And that includes timeline as well, guys, right? So, all right, 2, not patient enough, so they start acting desperate and making bad moves. Sometimes to do things the right way is going to take a little bit longer than doing things the shortcut way. In some types of businesses, shortcuts are great. You want to grab a shortcut when you can. When it comes to things like weight loss and energizing, fueling up your body, shortcuts tend to get you into trouble and you end up yo-yo dieting, right? So shortcuts isn't necessarily good in this case, right? I love a good shortcut. If somebody knows how to shortcut something on a keyboard, if you know how to make it faster to upload things to multiple platforms, a whole bunch of shortcuts are really great. Shortcuts with your health, I don't know about that, right? So we can shortcut certain things in our health that will actually create a problem down the road, right? So you want to have success over shortcuts. And so some people lose patience. They just want this overnight. There's a whole industry out there telling you that you can have this in 14 days, you can have this body in 21 days, you can have, literally is usually the body that of your dreams, you can have it in X amount of days, right? So if you really want to do this so that you have that body for a lifetime, that you have that you've downloaded that deep knowledge and know-how so that you're not navigating every single diet storm that comes around and you're being thrown about. Oh my God, now it's keto, now it's this, now it's that, now it's this, now it's that, right? So calorie deprivation, all these different kinds of things. Imagine never having to navigate any of that anymore, because your foundational knowledge, it's so solid, it's so strong, it's so in tune with who you are mentally and physically, that you never have to navigate these diet storms anymore. You never have to, follow like all these new types of coaches that are coming up and all this new information, because you already have a really solid foundation that will get you where you want to be for life without having to navigate different things. But basically that one there is, people get impatient, they get desperate, they make bad moves. It happens with finances, it happens with relationships. How many people do we know is sort of like they settled because they thought at 30 they should be married, and so now they're divorced, right? And that was kind of a mistake. They just got desperate because in their head there was something that was like running out of time, or it wasn't fast enough for them, right? So you have to have patience, trust the process. If you're guided by the right person, then this should be something that's said, right? So, yeah, all right, so that's the next one. Why people don't do what they say they're going to do is that they run out of patience. They expect something different. They want like a different thing to happen sooner. And the thing that's going to happen is just around the corner, but they lose patience, get desperate, screw it all up, okay? Sometimes it's called, when you take things into your own hands, or in a religious sense, one might say when you lean on your own understanding. So when we lean on our own understanding, it sort of is to say that, there is actually a better way. There is a bigger picture here, and you're leaning on not the bigger picture. You're not leaning on the right understanding, right? You've kind of missed it somewhere, and you need to trust the process, right? So, all right. 3, too much info, too many coaches, and conflicting info. So, all right, so this is something that I get a lot, right? So, and quite frankly, this is a deal breaker for me with working with somebody. If somebody is going to be following all these different coaches, they're getting all this different information, right? And it's just, I can understand sort of almost an obsessiveness, like a deep interest in the goal you're trying to attain. But in any area of your life, like let's say that you want to excel at real estate investment, and you want to, start to like buy a lot of properties, rehab a lot of properties, you want to flip a lot of properties, you want to get that passive inflow from rental income, but you have 5 different people you're following, or 10 different people. Oh my gosh, in the nutrition arena, people usually have 30 to 50 people that they're following, right? So the best idea would be to evaluate your sources, and instead of following 50 people with 50 different types of advice, find the one that you align with the most, that you respect, has the results that you want, has the character that you believe in, has the values that you have the same values, and that has the evidence in their own self, in their own, what they've done. Like, why would you take, let's see, investment advice, or like, for making it big, from an economics professor who's working at a university and making a salary and is not like crushing it in the multi-millions and billions of dollars, of income? You would want to take that advice from somebody who themselves has done it, right? So like the guy who's made it from 0 to, $2.4 billion in assets and in income, that's probably who would be a better choice if they're in the teaching space to learn from than, let's say, like a university economics professor, right? As academic and as interesting and as fascinating as they may be, like, you want results, get the person who's done it, who's been there, who's got results, right? If you follow 50 people, if you follow 30 people, even 10 different voices in people's heads, I see it. They get confused. They're like, oh, but Agathe, I just, I heard this different thing about yogurt, or, I thought that I shouldn't eat fruit. I thought fruit was so bad for me, or like my colleagues keep telling me if I eat these fruit, right? So if we have 100 voices, you're going to be confused, but it's your own damn fault. It's your own damn fault. If you want to get ahead, you have to really I have a saying for it. I can't think of it right at the moment, but you need to choose a teacher. Go with that teaching until you fully do what that teaching is teaching, right? And getting the results. Then you can, I think, at that point, I think it's okay then to start to like critique or criticize or do your own thing. But first, do what the teacher tells you to do, because they're going to get you to, they got the strategies, they've had the results, they've helped other people, they have the teachings, they know this inside and out. Why are you following 50 people, right? So it's just going to cause you confusion. So why did you not get at the end of the year what you wanted to get? Maybe it was too many conflicting opinions, too much conflicting advice, you got confused. And literally, like, if I was interested in real estate investment, I would go with Grant Cardone. I would follow Grant Cardone. There was also Dean Graziosi. There's a couple. This is a space I love. I love real estate investing. So but right now I wouldn't follow everybody and anybody. I would follow one person. I'd follow his method. I would get deep into it. I would follow, do as I can, right? Like, do the strategies, do the action plans, get the targets, right? Line my mindset up with his mindset, right? This is somebody who's willing to share what they know. I wouldn't then follow 50 other real estate investment people who are advising me in different ways. So that would mess you right up. That would mess you right up. And it's your own damn fault at the end if you allowed yourself. So me, I'm really selective. I'm really selective to the nutrition advice that I follow. If I follow any on social media, very few. But I'm very selective. He or she has to be pre-approved by me in like an incredible process. I guess technically am. You never really lose a degree, right? A librarian. Librarians know how to filter out junk knowledge from real good, solid quality, the good stuff knowledge, right? So I was in the legal industry doing legal research for lawyers, basically to help them win cases. So you need the best information, right? Like, these people are taking this stuff to court. You have to supply them with basically the backup for them to win their cases, right? You can't have just kind of average research, right? You need to have the good research from the right location, from the right books, from the right journals, from the right publications. You have to have the best research, because it's going to cost a lot of money in court, all right? And I usually worked for business law firms. It's a lot of millions and millions and multi-millions and hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. You can't just give, sort of whatever research. And that also informs me here. There is some stuff I just like consciously, nope. And I teach that. And that's what I teach too. But if you really want great results, you have to pick a teacher. If it's me or if it's somebody else, kind of like dipping your toe in 100 different teachings is going to get you maybe 100 different places, but not one set good place, right? And again, this is the same thing. Think about it. If you were going to do real estate investing, how would you approach that, right? If you were going to invest in the stock market, how would you approach that? If you were going to, the world is your oyster out there, right? Like, if you're going to level up and learn about like etiquette and like elevating your brand and like all that kind of stuff, right? Like, do your wardrobe. Are you going to follow 800 people? Or are you going to find one really damn good teacher and follow them to the nth degree and get that result, right? Because a really good teacher knows what transformation that they can bring, and you can hear it. You can hear it, and when they speak, you can feel it in their energy and their presence, the whole thing, right? So like, so enough on that. But basically, there's a lot of people who fail because they think that they're just going to get all this great advice all over the internet, all over social media, and it's leading them astray, right? And they don't commit. They don't commit because you get fear. You're like, oh, but there's this other idea. Oh, but there's this other idea. Oh, but what about this, Agatha? Right? And it's just like, no, right? These are the fundamentals that I teach. You are going to get the results that I've stated. You need to get on board. You need to get on board, right? You want this transformation? You want these results? Get on board. Trust the process, right? I know what I'm doing. There is no doubt for me where you're going to go. But you start to sort of 100 different coaches, you know what? I'm hands off, right? Like, this is now it's on you, right? All right. So Yeah, it's sometimes too, you need to scrub the brain. There is times when I get clients in, they've been dieting their whole lives, and we need to scrub that brain of all the garbage, all the diet industry garbage. You scrub the brain, you know, we got to say, look, this is the way, right? This is the way. There's an industry out there confusing the heck out of people right now, right? So, but that doesn't have to be. That doesn't have to be. So, yeah. All right, guys. 4. So, what makes people not do what they say they're going to do? Not clear enough of a target, not reinforcing the target, don't have a clear timeline. All right. 2, not patient enough, so they start acting desperate and making bad moves. 3, too much info, too many coaches, too much conflicting info, needing to scrub the brain out. All right. 4 is no accountability. Nobody holds you to what you say you're going to do. That's a huge one. That's a huge one. It's like those people who they get the gym pass, but they never go because they didn't get a personal trainer in addition to that gym pass. You get a personal trainer, you have scheduled times every week, you are at least going to be there, right? You're going to be there. They're going to do their job. You know, if you got a good one, they're going to push you. They're going to encourage you. They're going to show you the way, you know, personal trainer. Yeah, you're going to get those results considering what you can actually get results out of a gym, right? Your food is like 80% of it, and you add a gym, you got the last 20%, you're looking at 100%, right? So not necessarily a gym too, it could be exercise or, you know, other forms. I'm not a gym person, but okay. So yeah, no accountability. So, you know, you say you're going to like fix your energy, you're going to fix your fatigue, you're going to, you know, reverse your, cholesterol on your own, you're going to take care of your diabetes, you got this, right? You're following the social media people, you got this. You have no one holding you accountable, right? Once we have a community or a team, I always say to my clients, now you have a team, right? Like, we're here to support you, right? So you've got me, start to see that you're supported, that you're part of this supportive space, that everybody that wants you to get to where you want to go, right? So not having that really increases your possibility of totally not getting your goal at the end. So people without accountability very likely don't do or get what they say they're going to do or get. All right, last one. Low priority intelligence. We've heard of emotional intelligence. We've heard of financial intelligence. There's all kinds of, you know, intelligence out there. How about priority intelligence? There's a lot of people I meet, even in the C-suite, where we're looking at low priority intelligence. Like, you're going to make this happen in your life, you have to have high priority intelligence, or we have to start to build that muscle, right? So you start to really flex when it comes to your goals and reinforcing your targets on a daily basis. You want to start to flex your priority intelligence, right? Like, come back and show me how you prioritized. Come back and show me what your result was, how you reinforced your targets, how your timeline is going, like all of this kind of stuff. It takes priority intelligence. If you haven't heard of priority intelligence before, then I'm really glad that I'm the one to tell you about it. This is something that definitely comes up. I have a whole session that I devote to priority intelligence in my general masters in my curriculum for when I work with people, because if this arises, I know right away we got a priority intelligence issue. This person is falling back on what they've known before. I need to teach them. They need to increase their IQ in this area. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. So low priority intelligence, no accountability, too much info, too many coaches, not patient enough, so they start acting desperate and making mistakes, not clear enough of a target, not reinforcing target, not clear enough of a timeline. That's what I had to share with you guys today. So I hope that was helpful. I wonder if you see yourself in any of these situations, you know, even broadly outside of the nutrition space, the high performance space. You know, where else is this possibly happening? And if you have any questions, then just drop them in the comment section below. I'd love to answer your questions. And I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, so you made it to the end of the video. I have a lot more that you're going to enjoy. So be sure to click on the next one, and don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as smash that notification button so make sure that you always know what's happening. This is Agatha for Fueled, and I will see you in the next video.